Welcome to the deep dive. You know that feeling of wanting to get loads done, but just feeling swamped?
Yeah, totally overwhelmed. It's common.
Exactly. So today we're tackling procrastination, using insights from Eat That Frog. Specifically, it's 21 ways to stop procrastination.
Right. It's a classic for a reason. We're basically pulling out the most actionable stuff for you, the listener.
Think of it as a focused guide, getting straight to the techniques that work.
Absolutely no fluff. The core idea, eating the frog, means doing your biggest, maybe toughest task first.
Okay, so let's unpack that. Where does it start? The source mentions clarity first, like knowing what you actually want.
Yes, and crucially, writing goals down. It sounds so simple, almost trivial, maybe?
But it works. I mean, actually writing engages your brain differently, makes it more concrete.
It really does. And that naturally flows into, well, planning.
Planning. Spending just a bit of time up front to map things out.
Saves you so much time later. It's like giving yourself a roadmap for the day instead of just wandering.
Got it. So plan in hand, then it's about prioritizing, figuring out what's really important.
Exactly. The book pushes you to ask what one task done well makes the biggest positive impact.
That's a powerful question, focusing on those high-impact things.
Your A-level tasks. It's like the Pareto principle, right? The 80-20 rule.
Yeah.
20% of your effort often gets 80% of the results.
So concentrate on what truly moves the needle for your goals, your career.
And weed out the rest. Consciously avoid those time wasters that don't really add value. The book is pretty direct about categorizing and cutting tasks.
Interesting. What about balancing work and life? Does it touch on that?
It does. It makes a neat distinction. Focus on quality time at work being really productive, but value quantity time with family and friends. Be present in both, but differently.
That makes sense, being intentional.
Yeah. And practically, for that quality work time, prepare everything before you start. Get your files, tools, coffee, whatever.
Oh, definitely. Less scrambling mid-task. Save so much mental energy, too.
Totally. And this ties into another point. Consistent, small steps. Big wins usually come from chipping away steadily.
Like continuous improvement, learning new skills.
Exactly. Think about learning to type faster, for instance. That initial effort saves you hours and hours down the line. It's an investment.
Right. And part of that is figuring out what's holding you back.
Right.
Identifying your own limitations.
Yes, pinpointing your personal bottlenecks, what slows you down. Then you can address it.
And it also mentions creating urgency, even if there isn't a hard deadline.
Setting mini deadlines for yourself. It kind of tricks your brain into getting started sooner. It adds a bit of pressure, but in a good way.
Plus that internal push, like being your own cheerleader. Acknowledging progress.
Self-motivation is key. Now we have to talk about the modern challenge, technology.
The big one. Phones, notifications, endless scrolling.
The advice is clear. Take control. Turn off the non-essential stuff. Disconnect. Don't let the tech run your day.
But can we make it work for us? I mean, social media, other tools.
Use them intentionally. Schedule times to check things. Maybe use blockers. Avoid just reacting to every ping and notification. They really derail focus.
Okay, good strategies. Now, what about those massive projects that feel, well, just too big to even start?
Break them down. That's the classic advice. Make it into smaller, less scary steps. Suddenly it feels manageable.
Yeah, like eating the frog one bite at a time, maybe.
Sort of. And you can structure that with time blocks. Dedicate specific chunks of time for specific tasks. Time boxing.
Creating focus periods. I like that.
And really, it's about building a habit. Proactively choosing one of those tasks you usually avoid. One of those frogs.
And just doing it.
Quickly.
Yeah, develop that habit of quick completion. Train yourself to push past that initial resistance.
So ultimately, it circles back to that core idea. Start the most important thing first thing.
And stick with it. See it through without getting sidetracked. That's the essence. So wrapping up, the main message for our listeners is that these strategies, clarity, planning, prioritizing the big stuff, cutting distractions, building good habits, they really can give you control.
They're practical tools.
Yeah.
Things you can genuinely start using like right now to feel less overwhelmed and achieve more.
Okay, so final thought for everyone listening. Thinking about all these techniques, which single one kind of jumps out at you? Which one feels like it could make the biggest difference for you right now?
And maybe what's one tiny, tiny step you could take immediately, like today, to put that specific technique into practice? Just start somewhere.